Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane, Blind. I'm Wisemimir, and last episode we were talking to this Aster fellow, who is apparently Tyrion's biggest fan. She was hysterical. It looked like she was trying to tell us something. But we couldn't hear her over the noises of the machines. When she realized we couldn't hear her, she simply pointed at the walkway. That's when we saw Justin Way fall off of it and into the vat. The next question is very important. Did you see the victim break the guardrail by leaning on it? Yes, he broke the guardrail and before he fell in. His testimony matches exactly with what Morrison saw. Okay. Aster and Morrison's testimony has been updated in your notes. The way he fell was strange, though. Strange? What do you mean by that? The way he fell. You mentioned the way that the victim fell was strange. Did you feel like the guardrail broke too easily? Why, yes. How did you know? It matches with the statement that the harbor master gave us. You don't want to reveal the traces of transmutation that you found on the walkway. At least, not yet. But yes, the guardrail broke the moment that Justin leaned on it. And his body was extremely limp when falling, too. His body was limp? Normally, when falling from a great height, one would flail their arms, yes? But when I saw him falling, he wasn't moving at all. He wasn't moving. Did you see the expression on his face? He might have been unconscious. I'm afraid I couldn't see anything on his face. It was much too dark to make out his features. Wait, you didn't actually see his face? How did you know it was actually him that fell in? Well, who else could it have been? No one else has been reported missing. They also found the remnants of Justin's body in the vat. It was definitely him that fell in. That's true. You don't have much reason to believe that Justin might still be alive. He's probably a mage, and aside from Rika, he was probably the only other mage at the refinery that night. If you ask him outright, you might be able to see something incriminating for the Eye of Horus. Aster, we'll respect your privacy if you don't want to tell us who you are. But could you at least answer one question for me? I can make no promises, but I'll do my best to tell you what I can. Are you a mage? Oh, is that all? Yes, I am a mage, and I'm quite the practiced one at that. You see, Celeste can cast detect magic to look at the scene of an accident. And we found traces of transmutation magic at the scene of at the crime scene. Namely, on the guardrails that Justin fell through. Well, what? Here it is. I can't believe it! What? Are you telling me that a mage used transmutation magic to weaken the rails? It's a conspiracy! Oh no. Oh no. Not only is he a fanboy, he's a conspiracy theorist. God damn. Yeah. I wasn't expecting this. Wait, does that mean this was actually a murder that made to look like an accident? It's like something out of the reports I read about him. He is way too enthusiastic about this. You don't see anything incriminating, and you can see his thoughts clearly. His feelings of happiness are a bit off-putting now. Oh man. This is great. And you asked me if I was a mage. Does that mean I'm a potential suspect? This is the greatest thing to ever happen to me. Oh no. Oh no. Exactly. Exactly the type of nut that would be enthusiastic about this shit. Oh man. This is the first time you've met someone that's happy to be suspected of murder. Oh my god. Sorry, it's not right of me to get so excited about something this serious. He must think less of me now. But it's like something right out of a mystery novel. That's not... a voice crack? That's not the reaction you were expecting. Nevertheless, it doesn't look like there are any incriminating thoughts in his mind. And the emotions that were emanating were all positive. There wasn't a drop of fear in there, which, considering a murder, is a little worrying. What could this mean? Either way, it looks like you found out everything you can from Aster. You should move somewhere else. Escape the lunatic. Run back to the other nut. Tyrion, you're back. Did you talk to Mr. Dracogen? I did. I'm not sure what to make of him just yet. But after what I've seen today, I don't think I can turn a blind eye to what's happening. There were traces of transmutation magic on the guardrails. Regardless of their motives, someone sabotaged those rails with the intent of harming an employee at the refinery. If this truly was a murder, you have to find out who did this and why. I'll represent him in court for the criminal case. Thanks, it means a lot to me. On that note, you were at the refinery when the accident occurred, am I correct? Yes, I was. May I ask you a few questions about what you saw that day? Of course. I'll do whatever I can to help. By the way, were you at the refinery that day? Oh, why were you at the refinery that day? Didn't you have work at the cafe? I was making a food delivery to Justin. Wait, you were delivering food to the victim? Yeah, he never had the time to make his own dinner. So I always delivered his dinner during his evening break. But that night I couldn't find him in the freight area, so I went looking for him in the refinery building. So the accident happened while you were delivering his food. Okay. Did you talk to Justin at all before the accident? I did. When I finally found him in the refinery building, he seemed busy. He told me to leave his food in the break room. Busy? He was busy, but according to Dracogen, he should never have been in the refinery building in the first place. Did he say what he was busy with? He said that he had a meeting scheduled with Mr. Dracogen. That can't be true, though. Dracogen didn't mention anything about this. Unless Justin's meeting has been added to your notes. What did you see? Well, we've gotten a few witness accounts already, but I just want to double check. What did you see during the accident? Sorry, I'm sure it was a disturbing sight. Do you need to take a moment? No, it's okay. It happened after Justin told me to leave his food in the break room. It was my first time inside the refinery, so I spent time looking at all of the machines. That's when I suddenly heard a strange sound from the walkway. When I looked to see what it was, I saw Justin fall from there. I tried to find someone to help him, but no one could hear me because of how loud the machines were. Before I finally got them to understand what happened, it was already too late. Did you see the guardrail break when Justin fell off the walkway? More specifically, did it break from Justin's weight? I'm honestly not sure. I was too busy trying to find help. Okay. Right. Rika's account is less detailed. Could you tell us more about the victim? What kind of person was he? He was a good person. He fell in with a bad crowd a few years ago, but He was starting to turn his life around. I saw how much he was trying to change, so I asked Mr. Dracogen to give him a job. I really wanted to help him change his life for the better. But this job just ended up killing him. You can't blame yourself for this. No one could have known that this would happen. I guess you're right. It's hard not to think about it, though. Was he the type of person to go places that he wasn't supposed to be? No, not anymore. Not anymore? He really wanted to make a good impression on Mr. Dracogen. He always talked about following the rules. He even got mad at me a few times when I accidentally broke Dracogen's protocols. Right, that matches up with what Dracogen said. But maybe he was falling back into his old habits. Perhaps Rika can tell you more about what he was like before he turned his life around. You mentioned that Justin fell in with a bad crowd before. I've also heard that he used to hang out with a band of local delinquents. Could you tell us more about them? What? Rika, this information will help us with our investigation. I need to speak with the other people who knew him. Do you know where I could find his delinquent friends? I'm sorry, I really didn't know him that well. I should keep quiet, it might make him mad. Rika, are you hiding something from me? What? Of course not. What would the Dark Lord of Oranax possibly have to hide from you? Yeah, she's definitely hiding. She's definitely hiding something. You'll need to argue against her if you want the truth. I'm trying to fill out the psychological profile. Okay, there we go. Now we can argue. Mizorka Tudor appears to be hiding something from you. She clearly knows about the bad crowd that Justin fell in with, but she's hiding who they are and where you can find them. You'll need to convince her to share that information with you. Argument time. Rika, you know about Justin's friends, don't you? Just be honest with me. I'm not hiding anything. I really don't know that much about him. I wasn't that close to Justin Way. I may have delivered his food, but he was just a customer to me. Okay, I think it would be... Rika, you clearly know more about Justin than you're letting on. And this proves it. I don't think that proves anything. Okay, it's not the food. Dang it. I am at a loss. As a reminder, this is completely blind. I am rapidly guessing. So, fortunately, unfortunately, the site profile is now empty again. And I am entirely at a loss because I've tried almost everything. Right. She wasn't that close, but she helped him. I might have believed that you delivered his food because he was a good person, a good customer, but that wasn't all you did for him. You saw that he was trying to turn his life around. And you baited Dracogen to set him up with a job. You wouldn't do that for a customer you barely knew. Herc. Well, that still proves nothing. I am Mazurika Tutor, High Archmage of the Cadmium Flame. Is it so hard to believe that I took pity on a stranger? I only helped him because I'm a generous person. You're not a good liar, Rika. You would have risked a lot by asking Dracogen to help a stranger. Especially a stranger with a dubious past like Justin. What if Justin fell back into his old ways? That would have surely brought about consequences on you and your business. You wouldn't take a risk like that unless you knew him well enough to trust him. Okay, fine, I guess we were friends. But like I said before, he was trying to leave his old life behind. He always kept his past a secret from me. He wanted to forget about it, and I never brought it up. Right. Rika, your statement doesn't match with what you're thinking. Dang it. I doubt that, Rika. In fact, I'm sure that you were friends for at least a few years. With a friendship that old, I'm sure he would have confided in you about his past. Well, what? No, you need to stay focused. Rika, I don't know why you thought you had to lie about this. But I need to talk to Justin's former friends. Is that really necessary? Yes. I need to know why he was behaving so strangely before the accident. His friends might know something about him that you and Dracogen don't. But that doesn't make any sense. There wasn't anything strange about the way he was acting. You didn't want to overplay your hand before, but it looks like you don't have a choice now. Rika, Justin told you that he was headed to a scheduling meeting in Dracogen's office. But according to Dracogen, Justin wasn't even supposed to be in the refinery building yesterday. What? Rika, Justin might have lied to you. No. He would never do that. I need to know why he was up there. And so far, the statements that I've gotten from you and Dracogen don't explain that. I need to talk to people who might know things about him that you don't. Okay. I'll tell you where you can find them. Just promise me that you'll be safe, okay? You've successfully persuaded Mizorka Tudor. Right. Sorry, I wasn't trying to lie to you. It's okay, I'm assuming you had your reasons. But I need to know where I can find Justin's old friends. You probably know already, but a few years ago, Justin got involved with a local street gang. They'd always hang around the beach area. But one day they discovered an abandoned house along the coastline. And they started spending most of their time there. A lone house on the coastline. It's that house, Tyrion. That's probably where you'll find Justin's old friends. So that's why you're being so secretive. What? I'm sorry. Don't be. You were just looking out for me, right? Are you going to be okay? I can go there with you if you'd like. No, it's okay. I'm sure you're busy with the cafe right now. And it's not as if I'll be going alone. Alright, just don't push yourself too hard, okay? Yeah. Okay, and that's it for this episode of Let's Play Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane Blind. Next episode, we will be going straight to the abandoned house. If you liked this video, leave me a like, a comment, and a subscribe, and I will see you next episode.